Strugglers, have you ever been caught up in a situation dealing with somebody who is just a supervillain? I'm talking somebody who is genuinely a bad person just for the sake of being a bad person. Well, this is the story of how I got wrapped up with somebody who I think might be the worst person the internet has ever seen. This is the story of how my YouTube channel got hacked. And in order to paint the full picture, I'm very sorry about this, but we are gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning. Making all these videos back in 2008. Oh boy, that's a topic. That is a topic for another day though. That day is today. Sorry I kept you waiting for so long. Picture me as an 11-year-old boy. Not for too long. Okay, stop. That was roughly the time that my life changed forever. My friend Nick introduced me to this website called YouTube.com, where you could watch the coolest videos. Salad Fingers, David Blaine Street Magic, Muffins, Charlie the Unicorn, Horror Friends, Nobody's Watching, only the highest quality stuff here, guys. When he showed me this website, something was set off within me. I think the best way to describe it is that my brain and my heart started holding hands for the first time. That might not be the best way to describe it. What I'm trying to say is that I had this overwhelming wave of understanding that this was what I wanted to do. It was 2007, I was a small child, and somehow I knew that for the rest of my life, I would want to make videos. I had already been making stuff on my family's camcorder for years prior to that. Like before YouTube was even a thing, I'd have my family sit down on the sofa, I'd plug the camera into the TV and force them to watch whatever I made that day. And now I'm finding out that there's a place where I can share it with everybody? Lucky them. Lucky you, frankly. So in 2008, the greatest year of all time, my family got our first computer. Windows Movie Maker was installed on there, and I stole my sister's HP PhotoSmart E327 digital camera, and I got to work. I made YouTube videos every day. I made them by myself. I made them with my brother Greg. I made them with toys as various characters that I voiced. This was what I spent basically every single day thinking about. I love making videos. And I posted those videos to my very first YouTube channel, Mop Top Scotty. It was youtube.com/MopTopScotty.
Mop Top Scotty.
Mop Top Scotty.
We used to upload videos on there all the freaking time, and they were gems. This was my magnum opus. That is, until tragedy struck. As you're gonna see throughout this story, I actively made bad decisions that allowed this to happen. But the dark truth is, you can have your personal information and data compromised without you actively doing anything wrong. And that is where this video's sponsor, Incogni, can help. I got the mood lighting going, because it's kind of dark and scary a little bit, but we'll make it better. Data brokers will sell your personal information to marketing agencies and different businesses, and that's why you get those incredibly annoying spam calls and emails. Go ahead and give yourself a Google search, and you might find a lot more information readily available than you ever would have wanted. Your contact information, your family's information, your home address, that's a big one. And if you want that information removed from those sites, they make it incredibly tedious. I know from firsthand experience, it's a nightmare. You have to file a manual takedown request on every single one of these sites, of which there are many. And then even if they do take it down, which they legally have to do if you request it, it can just pop back up at a later date. These sites are the worst. So one of the reasons that Incogni is such a useful and I would argue necessary tool for pretty much everybody is because they automate that process for you. You don't have to do anything manually. Incogni does it for you. They submit requests on your behalf to all of these sites, and then these sites have to take your information down. So if you want to seriously limit your risk of being exposed to scams and fraud, give Incogni a try by using code Cramer at the link below, and that will get you an exclusive 60% off their annual plan. Thank you so much to Incogni for sponsoring this video. I appreciate that. Thank you to you guys as always for using my links when I have them. Helps me out a ton. Now let's get back into this tragic tale from my youth.
Is promoting yourself in Fred's comment section the most cringeworthy attempt at trying to grow your channel? Or is there another heavy hitter we may or may not know about? How about a runner-up?
Why you do this? I should have taken the out ski. So what I used to do was I would promote my YouTube channel on other people's YouTube channels. There used to be a comment section on there. They were really customizable. Channels were very interactive back in the day, a lot different than they are now. People used to treat those things like a dang chat room. Like you should have seen Fred's comment section. It was going crazy. You could refresh the page every few seconds and there was a new comment on his channel. So yeah, Fred's channel and like waste time chasing cars, those were the ones that I frequented the most, but I was in a lot of channel comment sections. Live Lava Live, Dave Days, Rhett and Link, I made my rounds, okay? Well, one day while I was shamelessly promoting my channel in Fred's comments, I met this guy named Dalton. And Dalton asked me to join a collab channel. Now, if you've never seen or heard of a collab channel, I think maybe the most famous or successful example of one would be O2L. And what that meant was that on every day of the week, a different person would upload a video to the channel. So like person 1, they upload every Monday, person 2 uploads every Tuesday, so that there's always a video going live.
Wednesday is Mop Top Scotty.
So I was set to post my videos to our collab channel on Wednesdays. And I was feeling like a pretty big deal here because my personal channel, Mop Top Scotty, was by far the biggest out of anybody that was involved in this project. And I was huge, man. Okay, I was a big deal back then. I'm talking like 200, 300 subscribers. So I was the big dog. That is until we filled our Monday slot. There was a YouTuber by the name of CCG Anubis, and Dalton had convinced him to join our channel on Mondays. Now today, CCG Anubis's channel has been nuked from the internet. It no longer exists. At his peak, he had tens of thousands of subscribers, many millions of views. But when he joined our collab channel, he had about 4,000 subscribers and a little over 100,000 views to his name. That was a little bit more than old Mop Top Scotty had accumulated. And I'll be honest about this, I felt threatened. I wanted to be the team captain so bad, and this bigger channel coming in the fourth quarter and taking over my spot, stealing my thunder, it was emasculating. I was an emasculated young child. And what does an emasculated young child do? Well, he goes back to Fred's comment section to promote his channel to the masses, of course. And guys, this is where our story takes a very dark turn. I had a fella who saw one of my comments promoting my channel, and he reached out to me. YouTube used to have a messaging feature. It was like an inbox, like how every other app and website has direct messaging. YouTube used to have that too. It used to be more of a social media site and not just like a slop factory, if you can believe it. Anyway, so this guy sent me a message to my inbox saying that he had kind of a foolproof way of gaining a bunch of subscribers really quickly. Wouldn't you know it? That was exactly what I was looking for. He said that there was a forum you could go to and share your YouTube channel on there, and then all the other people on the forum would subscribe to each other. A sort of sub for sub situation. Classic. Needless to say, I was thrilled at this news. This guy was basically telling me that overnight I could get thousands of subscribers. I could be top dog again. I could defeat my nemesis, CCG Anubis. So I said, say less. Send me the link. So he did send me the link. I clicked on it and... Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. What's this? Alert, you have been logged out of your account. The reason for this is likely because you clicked a link from someone else's channel or a private message. It is very important that you log back in immediately. Do not go back or refresh the page. If you do not log in, your account may be closed. If this happens, please contact us. Thank you. YouTube staff. Okay, log in, right? Username, Mop Top Scotty. Password, Shigo is so bad 22, or I mean, just as an example, obviously. Okay, whew. That was close. Looks like we just narrowly avoided a disaster. Feel pretty good about that. Ah, shucks. So obviously what happened here is that I had clicked a link that took me to a fake website, and on that fake website there was a fake alert that I had been logged out of my account. And when I entered my account information into this fake website, the guy who owned the website got my login information. I served it up to him on a silver play button. Someone call my girl Louisa, because this boy's gone fishing. Jokes aside, I remember feeling genuinely numb when I saw that this had happened. I tried to log into my account only to find there was literally nothing that I could do about it. It was gone. I didn't even have two-factor authentication on there because I made my account in 2008 and that wasn't introduced until 2009, so I didn't even know it existed. My channel was just gone, and I was genuinely heartbroken. I remember just laying down on this couch for like an hour in complete silence. My face was really hot. My feet were all tingly. Everything that I had ever made, this thing that I had spent 2 years of my life doing just vanished overnight. The guy who hacked my channel went by the name All Hail King T, and he was a pretty notorious villain on YouTube back in the day. You may have actually heard of him. You may have come across him. You may be him. Him? I was far from the only person that fell victim to this scam. And there were all kinds of videos from people warning others about what was going on. Too bad I didn't see any of those until well after my account had been vaporized, but that's cool.
For God's sakes, don't go to this link.
This All Hail King T guy was genuinely a psycho. He would log into your account, change your passwords so you couldn't get back in, delete literally everything, like totally clear house. But the worst part was that it didn't even stop there. He would bait people with the possibility of maybe getting your channel back. He would dangle the little carrot in front of your face, and he would say that if you made a video begging for your channel back and reading this horrible script that he would give you, maybe he would give you access to your channel again.
Dear All Hail King T, you are incredibly awesome in every way, and I'm just a little light piece of garbage. Give me my worthless account back, please, because I need a place to store my extensive collection. Also, I'd like to announce that I'm a raging.
What a peach. Sometimes he actually did give people's channels back. That was exceedingly rare. For the most part, people were just really embarrassing themselves for this weirdo's enjoyment. Some sick freak getting his rocks off. You hate to see it. Luckily, thank God, younger me had enough self-respect to not make one of these videos begging for my channel back. That would have been a very tough watch to go through today. But I did find something interesting. I had the honor of being listed on his list of victims. Beside the channel name of everybody that he had hacked, he put a reason why he hacked them. His weird psychotic reason. He's like a Batman villain, this guy. And next to my name, he just wrote Dick. So, I mean, I guess just because I was just being annoying and like constantly promoting myself on someone else's channel. So, you know, it's totally fair for him to initiate Nightfall Protocol on me. That's valid. No, okay, King T, All Hail King T, he is the villain here, of course. He is the bad guy, a truly vile human being in most every way. There's so much stuff that I refuse to show you on here. The things that he would write about people, the channel names that he was associated with, dude was scum.
Look at this. Annoying. I'm not gonna repeat what he types. Look at this. Emo. You know what? Okay.
But the whole reason that any of this happened to me in the first place was because I was so jealous of somebody that I was supposed to be on the same team with. Me and Anubis, we were in the trenches together. We were collaborating on a project together, and I just couldn't see it. My greed for higher numbers and my ego were my downfall. And yeah, I didn't fall very far, okay? My numbers weren't anything to write home about, but it wasn't losing the numbers that affected me at all. It was losing all of my videos, all of my memories, and my creative expression. It was just gone. It hurt really bad, and you'd think like, well, just you got the files somewhere, right? I was a kid and I didn't know anything about like file management. If our computer said that it was running out of storage space, I just deleted the videos. I gotta clear up space so I can make another video. Get this old stuff out of here, that'll never matter, he said, like an idiot. Guys, I have like many terabytes worth of footage now. I store everything. I don't know if you've noticed, I do callbacks all the time in my videos. I need footage. I need to hold on to it in case this happens again, in case he returns, King T. But strugglers, I'm not here to scare you, and I'm not here to tell you a sad story. No, I'm here to tell you a triumphant story. For there is always sunshine after rain, and my sunshine came in the form of a brand new channel, Sunny in Scottville.
Hey, guess what? My other account got hacked, but I started a new one called Boom, Sunny in Scottville. Now you all need to go here and subscribe to that. How awesome is that? Yeah, I made that myself. My picture right here, just like my other one, but now there's a sun because it's sunny in Scottville.
I used this as motivation. It lit a fire under my ass. I was starting again from zero, and gosh darn it, I was gonna go twice as hard. My new friends on my collab channel, they did what they could to, you know, rally the troops and get my subscribers back.
Also, Scotty got hacked. Help him get his 200, 300 subscribers back. He deserves all of it.
Obviously, that didn't really move the needle. You know, not very many people were watching that, but it's the gesture. It meant a lot to me. There was somebody else who heard what happened and then said, "Oh, I want to make you a new channel intro for your videos." And I was like, "Oh, I've never had a channel intro. That sounds sick." So he sent me this. okay. Anyway, I used that one time. And then I was like, okay, I'm not doing this again. But it's the effort that counts. It's the gestures that meant a lot to me. And within just a few months, my subscriber count absolutely blew past where my original channel was at. I don't know if it ever blew, okay, that's maybe, I don't know if it ever blew past it, but it definitely surpassed it. And it did not take very long. I was grinding out videos left and right. I was really making a lot of stuff at this time. I said, you can't take this from me. All hail King T. Bars. I was back in Fred's comment section, okay? I was in there promoting my new channel because I couldn't escape it. I'm a glutton for punishment. I was an addict. And you want to know something that's kind of serendipitous, I think, if I'm using that word correctly? One of the videos that was posted warning people about this hacker, All Hail King T, was uploaded literally the exact same day that I created this new channel. I don't know why I feel like that's interesting, but I feel like it is. And guys, for what it's worth, All Hail King T was banished from YouTube every single time he made a new account. They locked that guy down. Okay, they weren't gonna let him hurt anybody else the way he hurt me. Suspended for multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policy prohibiting hate speech. What a gem this guy is. And then a couple channels that were suspended for multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policy against spam, gaming, misleading content, or other terms of service violations. Yeah, you don't say. It's good to see the bad guy lose, you know? It feels nice. I mean, he was a tornado that completely demolished everything in his path for a while, but, you know, the storm ended eventually. Anyway, I uploaded to the Sunny and Scottville channel for a few years, and then when I graduated high school, again, I wanted like a completely fresh start, so I made a new channel just called Scott Cramer, where I wanted to make more talking head style stuff, and, you know, the rest is history. I kept going, I kept doing this because I love doing it. No low-life goofball was ever gonna stop me from making YouTube videos, okay? Losing the channel, it hurt, it sucked. Losing all of those videos was like, it actually was hard on me as a kid. But like the pure joy that I get from making stuff, that's what was driving me. And this might all sound like a good ending to you, you know, a happy ending. And it is, I guess, a happy ending. But guys, I hope you're ready to hear a great ending. I do not know how, I will never be able to explain it, but one day I was digging around in my parents' basement looking for something, and I found this hard drive, this random external hard drive that none of us had ever seen before. On that hard drive was every video I had ever made. This still doesn't make sense to me. Where did this hard drive come from? Absolutely nobody in my family backed anything up to an external hard drive. We all just used the family computer. That silver thing back there, that's where everything always was. And like I said, when it started to get full, we just started deleting stuff. Nobody backed anything up onto a hard drive. This was a gift from God, man. It genuinely makes no sense. Nobody in my family knows where this came from. It's just so bizarre. So ultimately, nothing was lost. Yeah, I can't log into my Mop Top Scotty channel anymore. I've actually tried to get in touch with people at YouTube to get it back, and you know, that's not happening. They're not usually the most helpful with stuff like that. But even if I can never get access to it again, my old Mop Top Scotty YouTube channel still serves as a reminder that this could all be gone tomorrow. And not just literally gone, because it could literally be gone, but figuratively too. One day, this just might not work out anymore. Maybe it's because I can't make it work anymore. Maybe it's because there's some change that goes on. Maybe people just aren't interested in watching anymore. And that can literally happen like that. I see it happen all the time. I've learned to be okay with that possibility. It's the entire premise for my song This Time Next Year that I put out last year. And it's the mentality that I've had to adopt in order to stay sane in this weird career. Don't get too big for your britches, brother. Control what you can control and don't worry so much about the rest, man. The external stuff, why are you stressing about that? Scott, I'm talking to myself. You're gonna be fine. You are. It's a lesson that I was forced to learn when I was just a kid, and hopefully you can take something away from it as well. Even if it is just secure your accounts and don't click on weird links. We all need to be reminded of that sometimes. So cheers to Mop Top Scotty. Cheers to continuing to follow your dreams despite the roadblocks. And cheers to the freaking weekend. I drink to that. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been wanting to tell that story for a while, so I appreciate you sticking it out. I'm still very much so getting settled. Who knows when things are going to be back to normal? Not me. But I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. An extra thank you to those listed here. These fellas are my top patrons on Patreon. And aren't they just so swell? You guys, you can give me your login information and rest assured it's in good hands. Okay, that's all I got for you this time. I will talk to you again very soon. Goodbye. It's 1:03 a.m. Sunday, October 19th, and I need to post this video on Sunday, October 19th. Wish me luck.